Oh shit, yeah. I ain't even realized that this shit already like told YouTube that I was going live. I was making me some lunch and shit. So was really good. You already know it's your boy LaRon. I wanted to change I wanted to add something into the title, but I'm gonna give it a few minutes, let people roll in. I wanted to come in and speak about um Larry Reid live and Tasha K's interview. I thought it was pretty dope that they did some mentions of some YouTube bloggers on it. So here's some people come in real quick. I just wanted to do a quick review. I really, excuse me, I'm sorry. I just wanted to do a quick review because this interview with Larry Reid live and Tasha K, it kind of explained some things to me because even though I've been on YouTube for a few years, I really didn't know the ins and out of people's personal beefs and shit like that. What's up, Shanice? What's up, Taylor and Alicia? Alicia. So it's going to be really quick. I'm actually on my way back to the Honda dealership. I told you guys yesterday in the video, my fucking car ended up running out of gas yesterday. I had my mail stacked up on my dashboard, so I didn't see that my gas was low. And I'm on 610 in Houston, and my damn car start puttering. Took the car off the highway. While I was on the highway, somebody ended up running into my car. So I think with the Honda technology, the car won't fucking turn on. So it's at the Honda dealership right now, getting diagnosed and fixed. So what's up, Virgilin? I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? So I was watching this interview with Larry Reid live and Tasha K, and she talked about a lot of different things, like how she started her jobs before um, coming to YouTube and just different things like that. So then they started talking about bloggers. I think the first person that came up was LovelyTi, and sometimes just with like with the beef and the commentary, you really think it's like this huge. You think it's this huge beef like between these bloggers, and to me personally, right, this is what I took away from it. I don't feel like, and I'm gonna break down each person who they talked about. What's up, Jersey Chalk? I've been good. Hope all is well with you too. I'm good. What's up, Lizzie and Gal? So I don't know if y'all seen the Larry Reid live interview. I watched part one, but basically, so the first person they talked about was Lovely T. So basically, I didn't even know where their beef stemmed from. So Tasha K was basically saying when that whole Cardi shit blew over, just in a nutshell, she didn't say that Lovely T coward, but pretty much she kind of cowered. She was, in that situation. And Tasha was just like her personality is different than hers, whatever. You never know. Maybe they'll be able to, I'm not saying they'll be friends, but maybe they'll be able to speak in the future because she seemed like she still had a lot of love for her. Because real talk, coming from the era of like me loving hip hop and seeing interviews and shit like that, when people don't want to speak about you, when somebody asks you about them, they won't even talk about it. Like they won't even talk about it. They'll be on some next question shit. Like don't even try to like fill my interview up with bullshit like that. So I thought that that was dope that she spoke about it because how many times have we seen interviews where people have been asked questions and they'll scurry over it because they don't want to even give you no shine. So excuse me. So I felt like in that interview when she spoke about Lovely T, she didn't have any hate for her or at all, and I thought that was dope because you know what? Coming on this YouTube platform, y'all know me from when I started first making videos. I was making videos about Armon. And then it's like with me, I can only speak for myself and how I live my life, right? But I can't do the same thing all the time. Like I can't do it. And then it's like my conscience will get to me. It's like even though like when I came on and I didn't like what he was doing, it's like how many times you gonna make videos about this shit? Like how many times you gonna do it? At the end of the day, we are all black, like the black content creators. We know even what we're fighting these algorithms. Sometimes we have it the worst. Like I see a lot of shit like I watch B Loves Life, for example. She's like a mukbanger. She does videos with food, and I see the like her white counterparts and the views and shit that they get within hours and shit like that. And something is just a little different with it. So I feel like this personally, like I'm not gonna get on YouTube and just go at somebody like that. But that's my approach. Nobody else has to do that. But especially, I'm not doing that. I'm not contributing to it. So you know, people have to choose to follow and support who they want to follow and support. If somebody does something that turns you off, then you have the option to either continue supporting them or not supporting them. You know what I mean? That's on you. I'm not about to make 1,000 videos and keep saying some shit and it's pointless to me. So yeah, that was the first person they addressed, Lovely T, and to me, it seems like there's still some love there. Just maybe they went wrong somewhere and it's not all good. You know what I'm saying? So then Larry Reid brung up Armon Wiggins. So I personally thought that Tasha wasn't going to really talk about it, but she still gave him his shit. She was just like, he's completely talented. I didn't even really know the root of their issue. Just from listening to certain videos and shit like that, I thought it was the Storm Monroe. I thought it was him, but what Tasha said was, I guess it was a subscriber who had said something, maybe in one of his chats or something, and he maybe spoke on it, or I don't even know what video that was, or I probably wasn't even watching his videos at that point. But she basically said he let a follower basically have him bash her or some shit like that, and then she was just like, she didn't like how he was talking on black women, the ones who support you and shit like that. And what I can say is I can see definitely where subscribers can start shit, and I can even be truthful and say where I've even seen shit that I didn't like. Like for an example, uh, you know, I still watch Wiley show sometimes, and I remember sometimes he would say some things that I didn't like, and then I would just be like, like he would have me like side eyeing him and shit, and then going back because you guys know I love Mop Radio, and then sometimes I might tell her like, "Yo, I didn't like this, or I didn't like that," but she wouldn't feel a way about it because she like, "Look, this is the person, this is what he does on this platform," and so I just had to kind of like. I'm not saying that I 100% feature Wiley. I still watch some of his content and stuff like that. But if she's not gonna be, if she's not angry at him, I'm not gonna be angry. Or I wasn't angry at him, but I just was kind of side eyeing it. But at the end of the day, he's trying to do what he's trying to do to get to the next level of what he's doing. I'm not walking around with any anger or anything like that, but I won't say that I'm in his chats and, talking and shit like that. But I do watch him on the replay when I'm up, in the morning if there's certain things that he's talking about that I want to hear about. And I see the growth in everybody. And I think that there's enough room for everybody to win and everybody to succeed. But I thought that it was dope that Tasha K was how she broke it down because I know followers can start shit. They can start it. You know what I'm saying? But I think at the end of the day, if you're mature enough and if running your platform, you'll be able to kind of see through the bullshit when it's a blatant attack or if it's just some random shit. So I thought that was big of her to to give him his shit and say that he's talented. And yo, it was like Larry Reid and Tasha both kind of like broke down Jason Lee. Jason Lee, to me, I've been saying that shit. He's whack, and I don't know if I'm not. I can't take credit for nothing, but I was one of the first people. See, I have a lot of people who I follow and people who I even know in my personal life who do fraud shit. Like they a basic regular ass person like me, and they got 30, 40,000 followers on Instagram. And when you look at their engagement and interaction, that shit is basically zero. It doesn't add up. If you got 50,000 followers on Instagram, all your photos should be averaging at least 1,000 plus likes. And I be having people who got that shit, and it's like this is a crazy shit, right? I pointed this out about Hollywood Online. How you got all of these subscribers and your video count don't match it. It doesn't match across all platforms. I have a friend who got like 50,000 Instagram followers. You post a picture sometimes, and we all know about these apps where you could pay for likes, right? You paying for likes. If I catch it early when they post a picture, their picture have 6 likes. I'll come back in an hour and it'll have like 200 likes. I'll come back and no, like in 30 minutes, it'll have like 200 likes, but that still doesn't match your following. But I'm gonna show you how else you could watch it, right? You got 50,000 followers, and then when they post a video, how the fuck your video got 36 views and you got 50,000 followers? It's not organic. It's not. So I've been peeped that about Jason Lee, and I do feel like out of all of the content creators that are on YouTube, like the black content creators or whatever, we just it's something about us. It's something about like our magic, especially if you love to talk and you like to touch different topics and shit like that. To me, Jason Lee don't got that. He don't. He was just positioned because he was on Love and Hip Hop, so he has a platform to stand on. So I mean, I'm not saying that he shouldn't try to do what he's doing, but it's a level of doing it and really doing it. What's up, SC? What's up, Nikki? Um, I haven't seen you in a while, Nikki. So listen, then they talked about daytime tea time, whatever, right? I still don't really know what the core of their beef is, but it ain't seem like Tasha had no love for her at all. Like she ain't have no love for her at all. It was just like, you know, she should do what she does, but I don't know if broadcasting is her thing. I was like, fuck, like, damn. I saw that too, how things change up. Yeah. But I also believe being a content creator, you have to be strong minded. You have to um have your own approach, and you got to just be able to, not compare yourself to anybody else and their numbers, but like see what works for you. Like if you do something and you get a certain reaction, like do more of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to find what really works for you. Like for an example, it's this YouTuber who I love. Her name is Tasty Mukbang Eats, and she's done all types of YouTube channels and shit like that. But she recently started like going out into Houston and feeding the homeless. Now her chat be lit. She be having like 300-400 people up in her lives, like, you know what I mean. And she really like just tried to like really, work her channel to see what works for her. But this is what she wants to do though, you know what I mean. She has like a van life thing that she's trying to do, but one day she just started feeding the homeless, and then her shit just started going up, like, going up for her. Like she normally get like 400 or 500 likes, 400 or 500 views a video, and then she started feeding the homeless, and like people will cash app her, and she just do certain things, and it's working for her. So you can't really look at a person's channel and see what they're doing. Like, try to be yourself and try to do things that is like that feels good to you. That's what I try to do. I try to talk about the shit that I want to talk about. So I'm not really chasing after no shit that nobody else is doing. That's how I feel. Yeah, Jason Lee is boring. I said that shit before. He's boring. He's not even really like. I mean, who am I to judge somebody's blackness? But I don't feel he said a lot of shit. Especially, I wasn't even privy to the shit that he used to be talking about on his Twitter page. He said a lot of shit that was just fucked up. But all in all, it was good to hear that Tasha K, like, because we would assume, especially with these titles of shit that Armon be posting, you'd be like, damn, this nigga be going in on her. He be going in on her. And just to see that Tasha was just kind of like still able to give it up. I mean, back in the day, I used to see interviews like, yo, well, Little Kim, if anybody asked her about Foxy Brown, she'd be like, no, this interview is about me. And at the end of the day, it's all about me. It's all about me. Like, don't ask me no questions about nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? So she wasn't the only one. There's a lot of people in hip hop. Like, if you try to ask them about somebody in their interview, they was straight, what? Nah, no airtime. Tanya TKO too. That is what I do now. Feed the homeless. Yeah. I mean, yo, last week I was just like, I don't know, the shit just happens for me randomly, but I was in Houston last week. It rained like every day, and I was just driving around. It was this black man under the bridge in Houston, like selling waters and sodas in the fucking pouring down rain. I don't know what it was, but I just felt really sad. Like I was like, damn, like this nigga is out here in the midst of this tropical storm trying to sell waters and stuff. Like I scraped up all of the dollars. I gave him probably like almost $20. Like I scraped up all the dollars, like change that I had in my car, and I just gave it to him. Like I didn't want no water, no soda, but I just gave it to him. Like, damn, like you really out here just trying to make it. Like Houston has a hustle like New York. That's how I feel. And I don't care what nobody feels. When I see homeless black people, preferably outside, I give money to them, and I don't give a fuck what they do with it. That what they do with it don't got nothing to do with me. Kim is the ultimate bitter Betty. Yeah, but I'm gonna keep this short. We almost at 15 minutes. I just wanted to come out and just do a quick review on that Larry Reid live interview. I thought it was good to see. I don't know where Tasha K and Tea Time went wrong, but yo, she don't feature her at all. She don't. What's up, Blue Boo? Jason Lee. What's up with him gagging people? He's just trying to fit in. That's just what it is. Like that's just really what it really is. But I feel like you got to be born with it. You know what would be crazy though? I'm gonna end this on this. If we see people who have issues with each other, right? What would be more impactful than doing a like say y'all could come up with some bullshit where you could sign it where you can't really disrespect each other at a certain extent. But I think people should go head on and talk. Like, do y'all ever think that Storm Marone, Armon could ever come together and like, you know what I'm saying, and like get that what would be more entertaining than doing that shit? Let me just give y'all an example, right? I think that people should learn how to monetize off their shit like in a way where it's meaningful early on. Like how many times have we, when Brandy and Monica had their beef and then they finally did that record a few years ago and that shit flopped. Like the fans wanted to see that shit when y'all was at y'all peak. They wanted to see it when y'all was at y'all peak. That would be like right now, we got a Kim and Foxy collaboration. We wanted to see that shit fucking 15 years ago. Will people listen to it? Yeah, but it ain't gonna go up like that. So when people are in their prime, like go head on. Like why you how they do like the presidential debates, like you know what I mean? Do a live video where maybe y'all can talk about it before, like, yo, you can't really violate like that. Don't call me out of my name. Don't do no shit like that. But you should be able to speak to somebody head on and get your issue out and in regards to how you feel. I also felt that way about music. I'm like, yo, imagine if Remy and Nicki did a track on each other and they both was just going in on each other. You know how many times people would stream that shit? Like, you know how many times people would stream that shit? Like, imagine Nicki and I want Nicki and Megan to do a track too, so Nicki could call her out for all that fake shit she did with canceling Queen Radio. And yeah, it's a lot of little funny shit that she did, but we ain't gonna go into that. We're not gonna go into that. But listen, the video was dope to see. I like to see people show whether it's growth or not, like with just giving people their shit because listen, some people don't even understand like coming and opening up the microphone even though I'm not showing my face. Some people are just scared to even speak. Some people don't even want to share like what's on their mind. Like it kind of like stifles them. So many people, you ever hear somebody say like I hate to hear my voice back? The fuck is that? So many people don't even like to hear their voice. When I record these videos, I go back and I listen to that shit all the way through. I listen to it because that's the only way I feel like you really could make yourself better. Or if there's certain things that you want to elaborate more on, or if it's things that you missed. How the hell you record a video and you don't watch it back or you don't listen to it? Jason Lee being Star Report chat and they drag him so hard. He's lame as fuck. He's lame. And I might just make my videos I made on his ass and unprivate them shits. I might unprivate those videos because those was deserving videos. Real talk. Like a lemon squeeze. So yeah, y'all. Check those interviews out if you want to just to see. It was kind of interesting to see. Like, yo, I think Tasha K was saying that her husband works in like production or something. So that's pretty dope. Like, it's crazy because she had mentioned something about Wendy and Kevin in regards to their production shit. But that's dope if you have somebody on your team who loves you, who got that experience. So it's like you ain't paying all of this extra money outside where you just got somebody right at home who could just hook your shit up and just get you popping like that. So that's dope. What else would I wanted to say? Yeah, so to me it was good to just see where the beef kind of stemmed from. I didn't really know where it started from, especially with the Lovely T shit. So I didn't know it. I just was like, damn, all of these. I'm like, are these people just beefing just because it's like a views thing, and it's just kind of like you know, like with the audience, are people just trying to like put on the show? I just really didn't know. So it was good to hear that. So I was looking at some of the videos Larry Reid does. He does a lot of different topics. I've got to maybe check out some of his shit. I heard Charlamagne is trying to pick up Tasha K on a new podcast network. I don't know about that. I don't know about that though. Let's see. I hate editing my video because my voice, but it helps my confidence and keep pushing. That shit always freaks me out when people don't like their voice. Your voice is something that's yours. Like, learn how to master it. If it's like, you know what I'm saying? Your voice is your voice. That shit freaks me out. Like, I knew somebody before that I used to date and they hated their voice. Your voice is yours. How the fuck do you hate your voice? You got to learn how to love it. It's yours. It ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got to get to this Honda dealership. I got to get my damn car back. I had to put all of my orders on today on hold. Like, can you imagine how embarrassing that shit is? Like having your car run out of gas on a fucking freeway. On a freeway. On a freeway. If you could take my advice, never put no damn mail on your dashboard where that shit covers up your where it covers up your meters and shit, because when my car started puttering, I was like, wait a minute, I know I got a new battery. I moved that mail, my shit was on E. I said, oh my fucking God. Oncoming traffic, coming crazy, people coming off of all different exits and shit like that. And luckily, I'm telling you, in my mind, I said, nigga, you got to get out this car because they going to hit your shit. And my car did end up getting hit, but it only got a few scratches though. That shit caused a 3 car pileup. I'm like, damn. Let's see. My son said, I thought you knew you sounded like that. That's crazy. But yeah, I hope you have a nice weekend. I don't know, depending on if anything else comes out, I might come out and speak on it. Um, but yeah, check that interview out if you guys want to, if that's something that you want to check out. But I'm off this shit. I gotta go get my vehicle. Hopefully they're able to fix it today. If not, I gotta go get me a rental because I gotta, I paused my orders for today, so I can't do that 2 days in a row because I'm still getting orders, and so I gotta be able to deliver on something. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I hope y'all have a blessed day, blessed weekend, and I may speak to y'all later, or I might speak to y'all sometime this weekend. But I'm out.